So today's experiment is going to be finding out whether or not this budget affordable modeling amp can be a Swiss Army knife utility tool in a studio. So if it's your first time here on this channel, my name is Steve Sterlacci. I do a lot with digital amp modeling. I pretty much cover all the bases when it comes to that sort of thing. So typically I go in the DI space where we're using the floorboards that go direct to front of house type of thing. So if that's your thing, consider subscribing to the channel. But for today's video, we are looking at an actual modeling amp. And my friends from Peavey sent this out. And basically what you're getting here is a full modeling amp. It does amps, it does effects, it does it all. It's marketed towards the bedroom player, towards the practice amp vibe. But what I'm finding here is that why can't you use it in a professional scenario? Why can't I use this in a real studio? Why can't I use this for a track? So if you're watching this, you probably already saw my intro track where I used just this amp on all of the tracks, the guitar, the bass, everything, all the effects, just literally with this. I just took a 57, SM57 from Shure, mic'd up the speaker, and I went off and running. I didn't change placement. I didn't really do anything. So all of those tracks are unprocessed audio, just kind of thrown together in my amateur mix. So let's plug it in and let's see what we got. So just taking a look at this thing, look at all of the stuff and the features that this amp has. It's got 4 adjustable instrument types, so you have 2 electric guitars, an acoustic, and a bass. I actually used this for bass on the track. All I did was click the little bass button and pulled up a bass amp. It actually took me directly to a bass amp, and I was pretty much off and running. Then you have a typical 3-band EQ with your low, mids, highs. You have a pre and post gain for the amps. But what's cool about this is that you have all of these different models. So you have instruments and stomps, and then you have amplifiers. So in the amplifier section, you'll find basically every type of amp that you could possibly imagine. And a couple of the ones that I settled on are the classic, I like the British. So let's take a quick look at how some of those sound. So something else that's really interesting is that each amplifier has 3 channels. So when you press in the encoder, it changes from yellow or orange. It could be orange. Is it orange or yellow? What do you think? Or green. Green is clean. Orange/yellow is medium gain. And then red is your highest gain. From there, you also have on your instrument stomp, you have 2 choices per encoder on the dial. So as you dial it, it'll turn red and it'll turn green. That means that you have 2 choices. So you have a built-in effect. You can only use one at a time, but sometimes that's enough. I used that on that main funky track. I used the envelope filter, and it actually came out really cool. So here's what that envelope filter sounds like outside the mix. So let's touch one more time on these knobs, these encoder knobs, because this is something that's pretty unique. This is called a what you see is what you get layout, meaning that every time you change your amp model, you're getting a new set of settings, a new batch. So they have these lights around each knob, and that basically tells you where your settings currently are at instead of having one encoder. You ever use those products where you put a knob somewhere, you save the preset, and then the knobs change? And when you pull up the preset, you don't remember where the knob was. That's never the case with this. This is actually really great. So every amplifier will have different settings, and you can save each setting per amp, whatever you're using. And that does go for each channel. So you have 3 channels, plus all the amps, all can have different settings. Pretty much unlimited amount of tones built into the amp. It's also really easy to tweak the effects. You literally just press in the instrument and stomp knob and it becomes the parameters for your delays, your reverbs, and your effects. So in a pinch, if I don't have a high gain amp on me or I don't have a wide array of sounds on me, you could just bring this. They also have this really interesting trans tube technology that's supposed to make it sound more like real tubes, something that's lacking in most solid state amplifiers, but I mean, I think it sounds pretty good. Honestly, I don't have any complaints. I think it's a great bedroom amp right now for, for the price and the size. This is considered the bedroom practice option, and it's so easy to dial in an inspiring tone and just be off playing. Like, I hate when I have to sit and tweak knobs until I'm happy, but you get pretty happy very quickly with this, especially on the clean and edge of breakup sounds for me. If you're somebody that's in high gain land, you'll absolutely love this. There's so many high gain amps. So what do you think about this amp? It's really hard to nitpick this thing for the price, because for right now it's about $199 or under 200 bucks, whatever it is. You get a lot of value for that and a lot of quality sound. So, but yeah, let me know what you think of this in the comments, and if you made it this far in the video, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.